Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for The Chi Season 4, Episode 1. The Chi is back. It comes on tonight. However, y'all know the episodes are available at midnight, so I will always be doing the review earlier than what comes on at night. So yeah, if you have not seen the episode, I will have spoilers because again, I've watched the whole thing. The episodes are available online. Okay, but thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching this live, and also for those who will watch the replay, thank you very much and whatnot. Okay, do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also like this video. Thank you very much. You can also relax and relate and release. Send yourself and everyone around you. Do not forget to inhale and exhale because it helps you to avoid, putting somebody in the face. Okay, you can also follow me on social media at J_Lees_Corner. But I am here. Okay, I am here and stuff. So I like The Chi. It comes on Sundays. I think it's at 9 p.m. on television or whatever. But again, the episodes are always available at midnight. I have Comcast. On Comcast, I believe you have the Showtime. The Showtime app is on there too, so that's why I am doing this early. Okay, everyone who's watching this should have either already watched it or don't care about spoilers and whatnot. Anyway, so let's get to this episode. I hope this will not be that long. So I want to get through some of the stuff that did not matter that much first. So we see Jada, who was Emmett's mama, okay, was, getting massaged by this young man who was also banging out his clients. Okay, he was banging his clients, and Jada happened to be one of his clients. Well, he's still massaging her, okay, her body, her vagina, whatever. But we see that he wants to date her, okay, while out at a restaurant. He bought her a drink because he's a waiter too. And when he came over late on that night to massage her, he said, well, I wanted to take you out on a date. Okay, she's like, oh, well, okay, I guess that's fine or whatever. And he said, but I'm going to still have you for dessert later on. But again, I want to see what it's going to go. And she's game for it. She's like, okay, that's fine. But can you stop calling me Miss Washington? Because again, he went to school with Emmett, her son. And so Emmett kind of know because he saw the dude leaving some of his apartment. He know what he do. But yeah, so Jada is banging out or getting banged out by the masseuse, and now they're dating a little bit. Okay, now we know that this takes forth like maybe 8 months later from last season. Okay, and we know that because Keisha is still pregnant. She's very much so pregnant or whatever, and she's almost due, and she wants to give her baby up for adoption. So we see her meeting up with a family, okay, a husband and wife. That is Tabitha Brown, who be on Instagram and stuff. I think she's like a, I don't know what she do really, but we know her. But again, she's on here. So again, so as we see, Keisha's around, 7, 8 months pregnant, trying to find a baby or not find a baby, find parents for a child because she was kidnapped, assaulted, got knocked up, okay, and now she is going to birth this child but give the child up for adoption. Now, when she meets with this married couple or whatever, they are clearly having issues. They're fussing a little bit. It's like a little bit of nagging here, nagging there. I'm like, why aren't y'all trying to adopt a baby? Y'all ain't even along, okay? And Keisha realized, okay, are y'all good? Like, what's going on between y'all? Like, what? Why y'all fussing? Okay, because I want my baby to be in a happy home. I want my child to be somewhere where they'll be loved by two parents. That's what I want. What's going on with her? I can feel the tension, okay? Maybe because the wife will say something and the husband will kind of say, oh, yeah, well, she loves her house. It was weird. I'm like, why is he acting that way? Why he being an asshole? What's wrong with him? What did he do? What's going on? Okay. Anyway, so they tell you can't even guarantee the child will, but you can't guarantee the child will have a whole happy life because things happen or whatever. But however, we may have our issues, but we love each other. Okay. We love one another. And the wife then say, no one will love their baby like me. Okay. He said, you mean like us? And I'm like, again, is y'all on the same page? They say they are, but I don't think they are. Okay. So later on, we do see the wife comes by to see Keisha. Okay. Let me be honest with you. I brought you some Jerry's popcorn. And me and my husband are actually getting divorced. Like, we not on bad terms. So I asked him to come over to do the interview, whatever, because I knew that you would probably want a 2-parent household more than just a single parent household. I wanted it to be a better chance of me getting this baby because I really do want a child. And Keith's like, look, I would prefer, my child be raised in a 2-parent household, you know what I'm saying? Because I lived my parent divorce and I don't want that for my child. And while, the lady seems like a nice person, she really wants a child, Keisha at this point in time is like, nah, you seem nice, but again, I want my child to be in a 2-parent household. So we'll see what else happens with Keisha and then later her baby. So Kevin and Gemma. Okay, Kevin and Gemma are out here dating and banging. First of all, Kevin is too young to be banging. Okay, but Kevin and Gemma are having sex. We did not see any kind of sex scene. However, they woke up in the bed together. Okay, and they wasn't, not doing it. I'm like, Lord Jesus. So anyway, Kevin think he grown now, and so he overslept at her house. So he's now sneaking out the window to not get caught by her daddy. But her daddy's smart because he has cameras in the backyard where he sees Kevin climbing out of her window. He also sees Kevin trying to be slick. Kevin had his school clothes with him. And so he put his school clothes on and then came to the front door as if he was not as in there fucking that man's daughter. Okay. And I was like, Kevin think he's smart. And the man there said, oh, this nigga think he's smart. I said, but he not, because again, he has cameras all over the house. I'm like, Pola, Kevin, don't know no better, okay? But again, they're kissing. I was like, that kissing and hugging the girl is too much. I used this photo because I was like, I did not want y'all to see them like kissing. But I mean, they're trying to show how the kids are getting older. You know what I'm saying? And I do think when you're around 14, 15, some people do have sex, but whatever. Anyway, he gets in the house. The daddy invites them in. The daddy does not let them know. I know. Okay, I am aware. He plays the cool or whatever. So in the house, they're chit-chatting just about stuff going on in the city, how, kids have been accused of doing this and doing that. The daddy feel like, you know what I'm saying, people will look at y'all because of what other kids are doing, and it's some bullshit. Where Jimmy feel like, well, it's not just us, and you can't. It's different opinions, or whatever. But I'm like, I don't care about the conversations. Gemma daddy know Kevin begging his daughter, and you can see how Kevin kind of agrees with the daddy, where Gemma has her own opinion. But Kevin like don't care about much right now, but it's fine. But we'll walking and talking later. It was Kevin, Jake, and Gemma. And where Gemma feels as if the teacher in the school had like a Black Lives Matter thing or whatever, she feels as if that white woman don't know whatever. Kevin don't care, but Jake agrees with Gemma. And I'm like, what's going on here? And Gemma like, no, I want to be with someone who wants to debate with me about things that matter. He like, why would I debate with you? I love you. Like, why would I do that? She's like, you love me? He's like, yeah. So it's the first time he told her he loves her. I love you too. So now Gemma and Kevin have said, I love yous. And Jake like, I would never tell a bitch. I'm like, blah. Jake says, I would never tell a bitch I love her. Jake is going to be a problem. Okay? A whole problem. And I feel like Jake, we know Jake liked Gemma because we saw that a little bit last year and last season. But he's just not acting upon that right now. But I mean, how can you act like you would never tell somebody you love them? I'm like, Jake, grow out of that crazy, I don't have to love anyone thing or whatever. Okay. So let's get over to Emmett. Emmett is a successful restaurateur. He has his little restaurant he stole from Sunny. Y'all, not was it Sunny? Yeah, he stole his restaurant. Okay, I'm not over him stealing Sonny's restaurant. Okay, it's now called Smokies or whatever. But Papa has a job there. Papa wants to be employee of the month, and he like, we don't have it here. I'm like, you should be nice to your employees or whatever. But it's fine. We see that Emmett and Tiffany are still married and happy. I mean, happy-ish. Okay, happy-ish, meaning she's happy because she don't know that man fucked Dom, okay? And he is still worried that she may find out that he did what? That he fucked Dom. Dom is played by Lala Anthony. She's also still his cook or whatever in the restaurant. And we find out that Dom is not dating his daddy. Dom and Darnell are a couple. Okay, I'm like, what is going on here? Okay, I'm like, what? Now, they've been dating for a few months at this point in time, and Emmett don't like it because for him it's weird. Because again, he fucked Dom, but no one but his mama know he fucked Dom. And I'm like, I mean, it's just, I would let it go because if you not gonna tell, I don't think Dom gonna tell. But his main focus is Keisha cannot find out because Keisha will kill me. Now, when they were sitting around talking or whatever, meaning Dom and Darnell and the rest are kissing and hugging, Dom tells him the truth. Look, I gotta be honest with you, okay? I fucked your son. He was like, oh, okay. You're not mad. He was like, it was bound to happen. That's some old shit or whatever. I don't care because again, he like it wasn't recent. It's some old things, whatever. Me and you the other night, I don't care. My dick gang good. You with me, leave that be. But he does go out to talk to Emmett and say, you really propose to your wife in front of your sad bitch? Really? Okay, and she not working here? I've done some messy shit, but that's messy, messy, messy. Emmett literally is shitting where he eats. Okay? Because you have your wife who's always around because she's your wife. You have the girl you banged while you were with your wife, girlfriend at the time, but you have them also around each other. That's stupid. Okay? That is stupid. That is gasoline and a lighter sitting next to each other on a hot summer day. Something's going to blow up. I don't know what, but something will. Okay? Now, Dom and Tiffany have become friends. Mainly because Dom is a chef at her husband's restaurant. Also, Keisha does some little weed thing or whatever, and she wants to start selling edibles, and the person she uses to do them can't do stuff. So she asked Dom if she can help make some edibles. So now they sit around the house making edibles, watching movies. Okay, they've been watching what was they watching? They were watching Soul Food when Terry said, the family fucked my husband. I'm like, yes, because in this scene, Tiffany can say that Dom, okay, who was her father-in-law's girlfriend, fucked her husband. That's what happened. So, of course, Dom and Emmett looking like, oh, shit. They also high, so it's just the weed, too. But again, you are shitting where you eat, and it's dumb. And now you have your wife working with the girl who you fucked. But to me, Dom ain't shit either because, Dom, you are befriending Tiffany knowing you fucked her fiance, who's now her husband. I don't want to befriend someone knowing I betrayed them in some way at some point in time behind their back. Okay, you bang Emmett, but Emmett's also a slut. So Tiff, you know what you're getting into. But if at the same time, I would not be so friendly to Tiff because again, I did something wrong. Or someone, because she gonna feel like she gonna feel stupid, like everyone knew but me, and that's what makes me mad. Yeah, the scene was funny. It was funny because you see Emmett. So the scene here, they're watching Soul Food, and they're saying, the family fucked my husband. And you see Tiffany saying that. It was like, oh shit. And Darnell laughed, but Darnell knows. So it's funny because everyone knows except Tiffany. And it's like if they get too high, someone could admit that, the family did fuck her husband. But again, let's move on from that. That was the whole thing with Emmett. He just don't want her to find out what he's been doing. Now we do see Jake, Trig, and Imani all are happy family at the house. Imani has her own little hair shop in the basement or whatever. We see Otis Perry is still around here acting up, messing with people. So we know at the end of last season, he told Trig, I need you to be, the gangster side, the drug side, the street side about business. Because I'm the mayor now, so I can't do that. You have to do that for me, and I will make sure that you are paid for it, and I will also make sure to pay for Jake's school. So Trick thing is I have to get Jake out of this. I have to make sure Jake gets an amazing education. So I'm gonna do this for that. But no one trusts Otis. But no one trusts Otis. Okay, no one trusts Douda. Okay, Douda. Oh, but I call him both. I call him Otis sometimes Douda. But no one trusts him besides knowing he's a gangster, he's a killer, he's crazy. Anyway, so he just there, like him said, you don't work with me, you work for me. He said, I need you to do this. Here's money for Jake's school. Jake and Trig don't like Douda. Okay, Jake don't want. I ain't got nothing to say to you because they know that Douda is the one who killed their brother. Technically, it was simple. Douda killed Reggie. So again, they don't like him for that reason. But anyway, Trig leaves with Jake to take Jake to school, and something about the way Douda interacts with Imani lets me know either he fucked Imani, he wants to fuck Imani, or Imani knows something that he's doing and he trying to get at her. So I do feel like that's gonna kind of play out later because he looked real intrigued by her. So I'm wondering what's going on here. Now we see him and Candy's on the show this season too. She plays Rob and Douda's wife. She didn't have many speaking parts on here. Like she introduces Douda, and that's really it. Okay, but she introduces Douda to Tracy. Okay, Tracy, who is is Ronnie's ex, who of course is sad because Ronnie was killed. But again, all this stuff is like 8 months later from the last thing that we saw. But she has her whole organization because also her son Jason was killed, season 1, and that's kind of how all this stuff started. So she has her organization to help, get the word out about kids being kidnapped and all these things. And Douda say he wants to help her, okay? And so Rosalind, played by Candy, introduces them together. But you can tell, okay, that she wants to bang Douda. I'm like, girl, get out that man's penis. Don't bang Douda. If you do anything, don't bang Douda. I don't think any good will come from it. But again, he tells like I'm not who you think I am because she thinks he's a gangster. Gangster, gangster, loving. But he like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm not, but he is. And when she tells him that he's just a guy in a nice suit. Oh, you like my suit. They flirting in front of his wife. Okay? But I was like, I don't think Rosalind care. Because Rosalind then say, you want to fuck my husband? If you do, it's fine because I don't mind sharing. I'm like, you don't mind sharing. But Rosalind and Douda do not have a typical marriage. They never have. We know that she has cheated on him with women. So again, it's fine. But while meeting up with Tracy the second time around right here, Douda gets the phone call. He has to leave. So he tells, Rosalind to do whatever with Tracy. But again, it's a lot going on. Now we see Kevin and Jake. Kevin and Jake are on their way to a basketball game, from school. Jake wants to change clothes because Jake does not want to be seen in his uniform. Kevin don't care. So, he brings up how, I just don't want to be trying to be, who I'm not. I would never want to be in my uniform. I would never want to be out here telling them I love her. I would never want to be out here trying to prove myself to her daddy either. Jake feel like nothing matters in the world. He don't care about nothing at all. He want to be gangster, whatever. So they get to the hood, okay, going to a little basketball game or whatever, and some dude starts like beefing with Kevin because of his uniform. Okay, so Jake being about it or whatever, like, man, fuck you want to fight? Let's fight. So they're arguing. They're not fighting. There's a little bit of an argument, a little bit of what I'm saying, pushing, but no one actually fights. No punches are thrown or whatever. And Kevin like, man, let's go, let's leave because again the police are right here. Let's go. However, the police then say, give me your ID to Jake. Like, man, fuck y'all. But Jake keeps walking because again, no one has done anything at all. And as they're walking away, the police walk up like, give me your ID. And Jake, being Jake, man, fuck y'all, and keeps walking. The cop literally grabs Jake and body slams him to the ground and starts beating him. He starts beating Jake. And you see everyone like, no, stop. You hear Jake ask, like, what did I do? Like, what did I do? And the cop was, stop resisting. But he never resisted. He never did anything except keep walking as he has been doing or whatever. And so the cop beat him up. And when when Kevin goes to pull out his ID, the other cop pulls his gun on Kevin and then makes him like kind of not slam him to the ground, but again, pushes him down. So he has a black eye. But again, they let Kevin go, but they arrest Jake. Okay, we then see Jake in a squad car beaten up. Honey beaten up. And I was like, this shit is crazy. Okay, completely crazy. Now we see that Papa had walked up with Maisha. Maisha recorded the whole thing too. And so they're recording of what happened, but they're so traumatized by what happened. We see Papa, Kevin, and Maisha just sitting around like, so what should we do with this footage? Kevin feel like, y'all should delete it because Jake would not want anyone to see him being beat up. Whereas Papa and Maisha were like, well, that's no. It was some wrong shit done. We should post it or whatever. So again, they're at odds on what to do with the video. So the rest of the episode, we see Kevin is basically walking around town, getting drunk, okay, smoking weed. He's drinking out of a brown paper bag. I'm like, Kevin, what are you doing? You smoking and drinking? No, not at all, okay? But again, so he's drunk. He's high or whatever. He gets home later that night. He's like, where you been? Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with you? And he brings up how he just says the police. They're like, what, the police? And he just walks upstairs in a whole haze because he's high and drunk. So his mom goes up, like, you want to talk about it? He just shakes his head no. And she just holds her son because she knows something happened, but he alive. He's got a black eye, but he's okay. Technically, but again, I know something happened. We just don't know what, and he does not want to talk about it. Now, Keisha, his sister, comes up the following day, like, what I'm saying? You can't sit around here and not want to talk about you. You can't do that because, again, that would just make things worse. You can't just sit and wait for whatever that pain is to go away. That's what I did, and it did not work. His thing is, I do not want to go to therapy. You don't have to, okay? However, if you sit here like me and just sit up here and wait for the pain to go away, you would end up thinking it's your own fault. You should not be here. You understand that you deserve whatever happened to you, and life will be better for people if you weren't around. And so he's shocked to know that's what she used to think about herself after herself being kidnapped and taken advantage of and pregnant by a crazy man. So he realized, okay, she has already dealt with the same thing I'm going through with feeling like no one can understand what you are going through. So she tells him, like, don't think that you can't talk to someone. Go talk to Jake. That's what you need to do. And I'm happy that Keisha talked to him because, again, Keisha's stuff happened so quickly last season. We never got to see how she dealt with stuff and what she thought. So her being honest and saying, like, I sat here and I thought what I went through was all my fault. And you can't think the same thing or whatever. You need to talk to someone. Talk to your friends, okay? Anyway, we then see Trig and Imani at home. And they're like, where's Jake? Like, Jake should be home. Like, he should never, not be here. And, we then see Trig gets a call from Jake at the hospital. Okay. And at the same time, as Trig is in a call from Jake, we see that Douda had got that call too. His call was from someone at the hospital because, again, Douda is still Jake's guardian. He just lives with Trig. So, again, of course, they still call Douda. So we see Trig gets there first. He's pissed. He's pissed when he sees Jake's face that Jacob's handcuffed to the bed or whatever. He's pissed the fuck off. Douda walks in second. He's pissed too. Because again, Jake's face was fucked up. Okay, his arm was messed up, whatever. He was beaten up by the cops, and it's clearly shown by his body. Okay, and they're like, "What the fuck happened?" Like, they said I was resisting arrest or whatever. So again, Douda pissed, Trig pissed. Okay, and he made the cop uncover Jake. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? I'm like, yes, the fact the cop was like, I was told to, not leave. I was told to not leave from cuff. Like, I'm the mayor. Fucking uncuff him. I'm like, we're not gonna kill you, cop. He gonna kill you and fire you at the same time. Leave that man be. Anyway, Trey, like, I want whoever did this, I want them dead. Okay, I want their hand on the pike. I want them to be dead. I'm pissed. They need to be in a body bag. Okay, and do like the mayor. Okay, look, I will handle it by getting the charges dropped. I will also make sure Jake gets all the best care here. And he like, fuck that. I don't care about no care. He did not need to be in here. Okay, that's your fault. He should not even be here. And when Douda, the fucking mayor, he's the mayor now, y'all. He then says things like, I can't stop the police from being crooked. I say, yes, you can. That's the whole. And Trig said, nigga, ain't that your job, mayor? That's your. And it was like, Douda for the first time realized, okay, I'm the mayor. I am supposed to be the one that does this, okay? Period. And he's, look, trust me, I will handle it. Okay, he walks out pissed. Everyone's pissed because again, Jake looks bad. Okay, for what? He didn't do nothing. Okay, I gotta sneeze on y'all. Oh, sneeze done. Anyway, so we then see Kevin go to see Jake and Hospital find a lead the following day, and it's been like a day or two. And so at first, Jake like, it took you long enough to get here. What's going on? And he brings about, maybe if I had on my uniform, I would have been able to walk away like you. And nigga, I walked away because I listened to the police or whatever and got on the ground. You know what I'm saying? What did you want me to do? Fight the police? He's like, no, but you could have at least recorded it. He's like, well, my Keisha did. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't on me to do that. And Jake for like, okay, well, that means she's more my friend than you are because, you did nothing but stand there and watch. But I don't think Jake get. Kevin was in shock over the whole thing, okay? Where Jake was too, but it was like Kevin was watching it happen and he did not know what to do. And who wants to die by the hands of the police? Because again, the cop put a gun on Kevin too, but Jake didn't see that part. Anyway, when Kevin wants to leave, with a Papa walks in like, no, we back together now. We all good friends now, whatever. We fine. They all sit down and laugh. Now we do see the video gets posted, and Kevin's like, I told y'all to not post that because now it's gonna be off attention. And we then see Tracy at her little, building painting. Douda come and take a little jacket off, honey. I'm like, Douda, is you really going for Douda? Look, I like him as bad as he is. His sex appeal is kind of, I like it. Okay, it's older, distinguished, killer, gangster man or whatever. And Tracy sees that, and even though she's not chasing him, she's also allowing him to be in her presence. Because when he walked in, and you ain't dressed to be painting, so he took his jacket off and left on the white beater, whatever. But you can tell there's a connection with them, and it could be that she's attracted to his goodness, but also his bad side. Because Douda is a whole drug. Yeah, Douda is fine. Okay, he's fine. Okay, all the way fine, if you ask me. And he has an aura about him that makes you want to like him. Until he does some crazy shit, you're like, man, don't do that, Douda. And so we can see something's gonna be going on between him and Tracy. And when he tells her, no, she asked him, like, did you hear about the kids getting beat up by the cops? And what would you do about it? She don't know. Well, yeah, I heard, because then Jake's my son. Well, father son or whatever. He said, I heard about it and I'm going to handle it. He then tells her, sorry about your son. I can't remember if Douda had anything to do with her son being murdered. I feel like he did. I know it was also that one cop, but I feel like the cop may have been listening to Douda. I'm not sure. So I think that'll come up sometime later on, but we shall see. Anyway, he said, I'm sorry about your son too. He said it starts to feel as if we live in a police state. He said because we are, meaning you need to see this city is on some bullshit, okay, some complete bullshit. And then lastly, we see Trig with a ski mask on, and we see Imai like, here he comes. So we see, I'm like, who comes? We see a guy like jogging or whatever, and Trig beats his ass and pistol whips him. And I'm like, oh, it's the cop who beat up Jake. So again, I feel like, Douda did help and giving them information on who the cop was, and then say, this what he do, go beat his ass. And that's how the episode went on. So again, this season I feel like has the whole point. So I know last season people did not like the season because Brandon was gone. But I do like the way this is going. I like how they're including the kids in the story more. I don't mind how they are adding more stuff with Douda and Trig. I know we have other new people coming. I want to see how the dynamic between Keisha and Tabitha Brown is going to be. It seems like it's going to be a good season. I say all the time, every show has like one bad season, and I don't consider last season a bad season, but people did not like it based on them having to change the story because Brandon was not on the show anymore. So we shall see. Oh, now y'all want to comment? Y'all have been quiet the whole time. Let's see some comments. Douda, yep. Fine and chocolate. It's his voice. With Douda, it is how he carries himself so calm, but when he gets pissed, he goes there so easily, and it still be like a calm piss. I love that. Okay, I was gonna say the same thing. I wasn't sure if this is her son murder or the people was beat up. I don't know what that means. I'm moving on. I'm like, what? He has something to do with it. See, I figured that because I know the cop planned it, but I do feel like Douda had something to do with it. Now, the beginning of this episode, what I did not mention at first, the beginning of the episode starts with a month in the future. We see Kevin, and we see it's like some kind of ball, some kind of event. Kevin's there. He's like lost in a basement somewhere. Kevin sees Gemma and Jay kissing. We see, Douda on the balcony. Someone shoots Douda in the stomach or whatever. We see Keisha giving birth. So we see these other things that has happened. We see Emmett in the bathroom, looking distraught or whatever, and someone trying to bang on the door. So again, things happen. And so I feel like the season's gonna play out really, really well based on the 1 month, like 1 month prior and the 1 month later or whatever. I do wish they would have shown us Jake and Gemma. I felt like that should have been, they should have showed someone kissing, but not showed us it was Jake and Gemma. But again, it was what it was. But I do wonder if Tracy will find out that Douda was the one who killed her son, and that would be who shot Douda. Because I think the story gonna be who shot Douda. Was it who could shoot him? A lot of people could. Trig could, Imani could, Jake could. A lot of people could. Okay, it could be anyone. So I do think that's how it's gonna play out. Last week they dragged out Keisha line too long. And it's because they had to change it because they had to fire Brandon. So yeah. They brought up a point in the beginning when they said they don't know if Brandon is dead or not. Yeah, they in one scene in the restaurant, a couple did say how they thought, because they was like, is Douda really the gangster or the mayor? And as the crowd talked or whatever, they brought up how, they heard that he killed the nigga with the food truck, meaning Brandon. And then someone else saying, so I heard that Brandon was in witness protection. Would I be happy if they brought Brandon back? I'm not sure. Because I don't want them to have to go back to a storyline that we don't need. I would not mind if they brought in a new Brandon, a new actor to play Brandon, and that's okay with me. But I don't want them to have to try to backtrack and explain shit to bring him back. I ain't got time for that. Okay. Let's see. I knew there was one to go in the direction with Jake and Gemma. Me too. I knew that last season because again, we kept seeing Jake acting like a dude who's like a girl but don't know how to act. And I don't mind it, but I feel like the way that's going to break up Jake and Kevin's friendship. I don't want that. I don't. See, the people that's scaring people to sell their house in the hood is Ronnie's grandmother got beat up when she was trying to sell. Oh, okay. So I was like, what? I get that now. Tracy did it. Who worked for? Because Tracy did it. Who worked for Douda? I don't know what that means either. I'm really looking forward to what happens with Emmett and Tiffany. I forgot Lala Care's name. Her name is Dom. Emmett and Tiffany's characters can be. I like how Emmett is no longer looked at as this dude who is out here banging people. Because for a while that was his whole thing. He was unmotivated or whatever. He had all these kids. I like how they have pushed his character forward, and I can appreciate that. He's still a fuck up. Okay, he's still getting better, but again, it's fine. Brandon did not needed it right. Not needed it right 3. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I don't want them to bring Brandon back because you should not bring back a character that y'all had to deviate from so harshly, and people were so upset with it. Like if we're over now, don't bring him back. Like leave it be. Leave the characters in here. I know they're gonna bring another brother for Trig and them. So I want to see that. But the season premiere was good. I think their preview was also good. The season looks like it's going to be great. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Do not forget to like the video. Please, thank you. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And do not ever send your cooch via text. If they want it, they will come see it. Okay? Gotta go. Peace.